Blessed love, beautiful people. You don't know it's your girl Ngozi music, right? From the Supertwinz. And today we're going to be baking a cake. What flavor, you might ask? Well, my favorite flavor of cake is chocolate. So today we're going to be baking a chocolate cake. So in case you don't know, I am an italist. So I will be adding my own little spice and mixture to the cake. So I will be adding some bananas to the cake. So my first step to baking my cake will be putting my bananas in. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel my bananas. Also, in case I didn't say it, Happy New Year's, everybody. I know that this year will be a very productive year and wonderful year, and I wish for a lot of beautiful and a lot of nice upcoming things to happen this year. You know, one of my New Year resolution would be to get closer to God and get better grades, you know. So now I'm going to go ahead and get some water to put in my blender, and then I'll go blend it. Fun fact, if you didn't know, ripe bananas are high in potassium. The first step that we're going to do is we're going to get our dry ingredients. So I will be putting in my cake mix and a little bit of pancake mix because we're going to do a little experiment. So the cake mix that I will be using is the JF Mills Luxury Chocolate Cake Mix. So let me go ahead and add that in. Now, the second step I'm going to be doing to our dry ingredients is I'm going to be adding my Hungry Jack Complete Chocolate Chip Pancake Mix. So I'm going to go ahead and open the box. So this one is the chocolate chip one. So we're going to have some nice little chocolate chips in the cake. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab something so that I can open this. So I'm going to keep my area clean, so I'm going to put away our box. And now we're going to be adding a little bit of our pancake mix. Wow, I can really see the chocolate chips, and I can already tell that this cake is going to be delicious. So now that I have added my dry ingredients, I think it's time for me to add my banana. So I have rinsed my spoon. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix. So when mixing, I want to make sure that I get out all the lumps, and I want my cake mix not to be very liquidy, but just to have a nice rich consistency. So I will be adding a little bit of oil. So I think I'm going to start with 1 quart. Maybe I'll add 2 later on. You can really see the chocolate chips and see that it's doing pretty well. So I don't have a whisk, so I'm going to make sure that I use my spoon and just mix thoroughly so that I can get all the lumps out. So I'm going to call my brother and ask him if he could light the oven for me. Tafarai, can you please light the oven for me? Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure tea is good enough.
So right now, I want to make sure that the cake is well whisked out, because I don't want Tafari to come and say that the cake don't taste good and I don't know how to cook, Okay, so I think that it's whisked. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and get my baking pan and oil it. So now I'm going to go ahead and transfer my butter. So you want to make sure that your hands clean. My hands are clean, and the fork, I don't think it's going to do well, so I'm just going to use my hand and go ahead and just grease. So I'm going to make sure that I grease my pan and get every crease and corner, because I don't want the batter to stick to the pan. Also, we are vegetarians, so I'm using my banana as an egg substitute. So I have finished greasing my pan. Right now, I want to keep my area clean, so I'm going to go ahead and put away my blender. Okay, so now my pan is fully greased. So now I'm going to use my spoon and transfer it to my pan. Wow, look at that consistency. So guys, I really want to know how your new year is going so far. Make sure to let me know in the comment section, because so far my new year is going pretty well. I want to say that I have very high hopes for this year, because I'm expecting great things, big things. So I'm just making sure that I get out my batter well out of my pan. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my sink. So I want to get it all settled out, so I'm just going to give it a little shake. Wow, look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? So I'm going to just put away the butter and then pop this in the oven. Safari!
Yes, I'm Ngozi.
Can you come and put this in the oven for me, please? Okay, so safety first. Isn't it looking wonderful? Wow, the oven is really hot. Be careful. Thank you. So, with my cake in my oven, I'm going to just let it bake for around 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and check on it. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to clean up my area and clean up the stuff that I used.
That smells good. I want mine first.
So, my beautiful people, the cake has risen and it's definitely smelling up the air. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and check on it again and see if it's ready. Okay, so I think it's ready because little to nothing came back on the fork. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the oven and then take out the cake and let it cool. The oven is really hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and call my brother and ask him to come and take out the cake for me. Tafari!
Yes, Ngozi.
Can you come and take out the cake for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Wow, so beautiful. Mamma mia! I can really smell it. It's smelling up the place. This is definitely going to taste so good.
It's half much. Don't be there. Everybody, Alexander for the next couple of videos.